having to push everything off from those three.
Gosh, how cool. Like, so you can, like, I did that.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I love it. Good, good, always good.
I got to go to the studio up in Atlanta and stuff.
Oh, wow. Did you take lots of photos, selfies?
I got a few.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pixel, it didn't happen.
Right.
Man,
this is 2024.
You missed
We
it.
missed you yesterday. Yeah.
You missed it.
My bad.
Yeah, you would have loved it. My
I'm
God,
not sure.
anal probe. You got an anal probe.
Anal probe? Yeah, love
By
the
an
bus.
alien. You know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot better than I thought it would be. Like, mine's gaming handled it pretty well until I started. I didn't realize until we did it that I had to try to act like or talk like a girl.
Well, only your first sentence was like a girl, because then you transformed after that and showed your testicles. Remember? Well, only your first sentence was like a girl. So you were, because then you transformed after that and showed your testicles.
Yeah, that's
Remember?
right.
Aliens.
So you were not always a girl. Aliens and shit. That's exactly what happened. Aliens and shit. That's exactly what happened. Thanks, Roger.
Oh boy.
Thanks, Roger.
Oh boy. Can y'all hear a bunch of background noise or?
Yeah, like a TV maybe.
Yeah.
So now there's no volume at all, guys. Everybody's gone. Is that meant to be like that?
Oh, I'm muted.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Muted to let everybody know here that I need it quiet.
Aha, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Who else we
So what
got
else
going
is
on?
Yeah, I was going to say, what else is happening in your life? I don't know if anybody else is coming. Tan asked earlier if Mr. Robot was coming, but I didn't see a reply on that. But maybe Tan's coming. I didn't see any message from Mark this morning, though, but he usually joins, I think.
And Mr. Robot, he never shows up.
Oh, doesn't he?
Nah, he never shows up.
Says he's going to and never actually comes.
Nope.
Oh, well, now you're trash talking him. He'll be here.
Oh, I always trash talk Mr. Robot.
And he still doesn't come?
He's a pain in the butt. You know, he is. Like, we're doing that everything about aliens thing, and he gets to the point where he just forgets.
Oh dear, that's like me. My sister sent this message the other day. She sent on our family group. She sent this message about how, sorry, Dad, that I didn't do this thing for you. I'm like that son in the Bible who said he'd do the job, and I didn't do the job, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my word, what haven't I done? What haven't I done? What have I forgotten?
That's crazy.
It's all your fault.
It's always my fault. Even when it's not my fault. It's really... Roger and I like vie for first position of whose fault it is.
I was actually going to say that. Beat me to the punchline. See how good you are. You literally beat me to the punchline.
Beat you. I literally beat you.
To the punchline.
To the
Like the
punchline.
bat?
Can you hear me?
With a punchline.
With a punch.
I beat him with a punchline.
Beat me to the death.
Over the head.
Now I got to figure out what's going on with my audio, because I'm getting weird like playback echo and stuff, but
Oh,
Might be when I mute, possibly.
no, it's not you. It's definitely me.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Haven't not heard you.
You guys couldn't hear me when I asked you.
yep, we
No,
can
we
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay,
We've
can
been
you
able to
hear
hear
me
you.
count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Up to
6,
5,
7,
yeah.
8.
Right, then I can turn off my freaking volume on my computer, and you guys can still hear me. It's just I can't hear you.
Well, that won't be good. Why do you want to not hear us?
I don't know what to say about that. That's strange.
Wow.
But
now
now
I
I
gotta
gotta
figure out how it is
I can
hear you guys while I'm talking. Then again, it is all about me. It's all about me. Okay, I got it back on.
Well, I didn't come to talk. I came here to sit with my muted microphone and listen to you talk, Roger.
Well,
To your dulcet tones.
my dulcet tones. I love that.
Mm.
I
I
swear,
swear, man.
You
You
guys
guys down there have like the coolest accent. Seriously.
Told you about that.
She doesn't listen to
Listen
me
to
You
me
either.
did. You did do better. I didn't believe you, but you told me.
You
You
dulcet.
does it.
You
You
dulcet
does it.
voice. Or how did you say that?
You say it better than I do.
Your dulcet tones.
Your
You
dulcet
does
tones.
Yes, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Mr.
Mr.
Fancy
Fancy
Pants.
Pants.
Roger. Mr.
Mr.
Fancy Pants.
Fancy Pants.
I
Just
I got the first episode rendering from all the stuff we did.
oh, which stuff?
The
Our recording.
Yeah, when we were doing the script and everything.
Dude,
I haven't gotten to the point where you just like put your hands on your head and just started freaking laughing, going crazy.
I watched that again last night just to check.
It's insane.
It's only really funny in context, I think.
You threw your hands at the monitor. And you go,
Roger,
why do you always do this to me?
Why do you, Roger, always do this to me? You're doing it to me again today.
It's like that was honestly. I was being honest with mine. I was like, I told him that was the funnest thing I've done in a long time. We had a ball.
I'm so glad you were happy. It was awesome to introduce your character to the series. I think you should be proud of yourself.
Except to a minimum.
Oh dear, Roger. Oh dear, Roger.
See right there. It goes into this weird loop. I'm wondering if it's because I opened my mic up.
Could be.
The big mistake I always do is I freaking use that I go in and use the web browser, not the web browser, but the browser feature in OBS. And it allows you to interact with Skype on OBS directly.
Oh, cool, yes. Right.
But the only problem with it is that it causes issues with the audio and stuff.
Yes, I'm hearing you cut in and out.
That's why I don't usually record with OBS or with Skype.
Right.
That's cool. Yeah, I got
Sorry.
audio and video settings. Yeah, it says right here that I don't have access through that, but it says to grant Skype permission to access your camera, go to your browser settings. The only problem with that is I don't have this on the browser. You know?
Mm-hmm. I'm following you. Explain that again.
They in OBS you can do the interaction thing, and then when you go in there, they block off audio and video with that. And the only way you can access that is through a browser. This doesn't have a browser.
Like, if you're on Skype, why do you not record straight from Skype? Why do you record? Oh, because you're streaming through OBS. Okay. So you're not recording on OBS, you're just streaming with OBS. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, I record too, just for backup to make sure.
Yes, but that's what I was asking. Do you record on OBS or do you record on Skype?
I trust my OBS before I trust Skype.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Same with all of the other ones. Like even when I was doing on mines, I'd rather record on my OBS.
Mm-hmm.
They or Mark and them were wanting me to do that link thing up there in the browser, and I told them no, I'll keep doing my OBS. And it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
The link thing in the browser. Is there a Minds link thing in the browser?
Yeah, it's up on the HTTP. You can type it into the URL and do it like that with live peer.
I see. Okay.
I tried it a couple times and it was really horrible. So now down here, if you want to record this, you can record it, Bob. Just down on the left-hand side where it says participants, little record dot, just click it. Anybody can do it.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
It doesn't always work, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work. Okay, let's open here. All right. Record. Participants record. All right. Well, we'll see.
Just click it.
All right. It says it started recording.
There you go.
Everybody, you're being recorded.
Give a fancy introduction, Bob Dub. Hello,
Gosh.
Bob Dub.
Hello, Roger. How are you today?
I love it. That's all you gotta say.
Cheerio. Hello, Governor.
Jolly, jolly. Pip, pip. Old
Yeah.
chap.
Yo. Hello, Governor.
Jolly, jolly. Pip, pip. Old chap.
You see, what is this about boys that they always have to pull the girl's ponytail? You see, what is this about boys that they always have to pull the girl's ponytail? What is it?
Pull the ponytail, and then if they got pull like the ponytail on, you gotta if they got like an apron on, you gotta untie the apron. Pop the bra strap.
Yes, that. What is it with boys? Thing.
I don't know. Seem like a thing to do.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It's kind of like one of those situations where we have to explain it to.
Hey guys.
Hey,
now.
Hey, Tam.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
I tried it, but I think for a good reference, I probably should switch this over to window capture.
Mark's not here?
Not yet.
Mark is not here.
That's not like him either.
Yeah. He's overly busy with work today.
Now I've got some cool stuff, man. All that conversation that we had with that Mark, what just a sec or whatever his name is, Dave, got it recorded, and that thumbnail that I posted where it said murder time, fun time. All that's going to be on there. The funny stuff.
You and Dave.
Yeah, Dave Kelso.
Right.
Is he coming today?
I don't know if he does or not.
Do you invite him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what is that?
I haven't heard back from him.
Okay.
But that's fine.
Every time I hear Kelso, I think of that 70s show.
Yeah.
Freaking he was actually the guy that made that show, to be honest with you. I mean, he really was fun.
He's a good guy to have on your show. He talks nonstop. And that's the kind of people you want on your live stream.
The big thing about him, and he doesn't realize it, like he did a review on gay porn. That shit's going everywhere, dude. Broke back down. I've never ever freaking had anybody try to give a freaking film review on Brokeback.
Oh, I see. Yeah. We talked about that last week.
Yeah. I couldn't believe he did it.
Who did it?
Dave Kelso.
Dave.
Oh.
I don't think I'll ever have a chance to watch that.
I don't think I want to. Freaking my ex-girlfriend can't.
Oh, I guarantee if it ever happens, it won't be my choice.
You know, if you keep joining this stream, Chris, and he comes on, he'll just show you video clips. You would have no choice but to watch it.
No.
We saw a few clips last week. That was interesting.
Well, I'm glad I missed it.
To say the least. I mean, he's being nice.
Yeah, I would just dip out. I'd be like, y'all enjoy. That's all that.
Oh, yeah. Or like Roger would say, hell no, I'm watching that crap.
Well, I knew it was coming down the pipeline when he. Well, see, I seen the He-Man one, and I never knew it was an older one.
I usually don't have an appetite for those kind of stuff as well, but I endured him last week, you know.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah. So, Chris, what do you think about the new Minds chat? I haven't seen you on there.
I think it's fucking lame as fuck until it made it better.
Dude.
Bob loved it.
It's like I enjoy that it's on Minds now. That's cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
But they had that freaking 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then they got rid of it. Yeah, the legacy chat. It was just exactly the same, just
But you see, that's the problem, is that you can't get ahead without making mistakes. I think they took the chat off. They tried the chat on groups, and they tried the chat here, and they tried this version of chat, and blah, 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 blah. And this one now that they've got seems to be one that's really going to work. And the improvements that they've made have been good.
Why do you say that?
Well, I don't know exactly. I don't know if I can defend that coherently, but I just get the impression that it's doing well. Everybody says that they started it too early, but they started it, and now they're catching up, and they're doing things, and they're bringing the features in.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know, Bob Dub, I know you love mines and want to see it.
I do.
Do great things, and we all do. But honestly, they're a bunch of amateurs that don't know what the fuck they're doing. And when they do figure something out, it's pure luck. And then they change shit up all the time to make it seem like they're doing something, but really they're just fumbling the fuck around. Because this chat that they just added, they should have did this from the get go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they want us to bow to them and, oh, thank you so much, when they did something that should have already been done in the first place.
I don't agree with the idea that freaking they took this chat that we are getting now away and then did the ones here. It made me mad, and now that I'm used to this new one, they're taking this one away and putting the old one back.
Right.
I hate changing. I hate changing. All those changes through all those chats have been really hard for me. But
I can understand.
They're one step ahead of me, and they may not be.
And the reason that they keep changing it is because they find something that's like a open source type of code, and then they take it and say, "Hey, we can put it in ours." And then when they put it in theirs, they don't know how to get it to work.
Yeah, that's what the feeling is. A Matrix chat, and I think this time around they're doing their own thing with the new chat, which is kind of like the legacy chat. But I'm hoping that this was driven by their customers who are using their network thing.
Maybe.
But they asked for something, a chat feature that is simple, not hard to use, like Matrix chat. Apparently, the few of us here know how to set it up and get in and interact with. Apparently, a lot of people are having trouble figuring out how it works.
What, the new one, Tag?
The old one, the Matrix chat.
Yeah.
The one that we're using now.
Yeah, the Matrix chat should be the one that they continue to use. Just incorporated it into the actual page.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, that would have been nice.
But instead of having two different full complete web pages, you gotta have this tab, open that tab. No, I want what we got. But put it back on mine.
Well, see,
I totally agree, but apparently, not only is it hard for users to use, it's hard for their developers to code with.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow.
You talking about the Minds chat?
I'm talking about the Matrix chat, the Minds Matrix chat.
Yeah. Right.
So the Minds Matrix chat is difficult for the developers to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
So they've changed to the new chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is really the old chat.
Right. Which is the old chat. The old chat at least has encryption, but this is on its way to getting there. They've just chosen to release early, and I don't disagree with them releasing early.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. What I disagree with is they don't communicate about these things.
Yeah.
Instead of, throwing it at us and then Well, that was a freaking backfire, or whatever.
Yeah.
Open up and have a conversation with her. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Well, I kind of
One thing.
got the clue from it whenever you were talking to us, Bob, or Do Better, when you said that you were doing Canary form and like the testing platform and everything, and you said that freaking they haven't sent nothing to you for a while, so
yeah,
and that's what I think the real problem is. The reason why they are having a hard time with it is because for the longest times they sat around and didn't do a damn thing,
not at all.
to be honest, they've only started getting busy within what the last 8 months.
Since the X handover, I think everything's changed.
I think they
The
get busy
focus has changed.
and try to actually seem like, I'm sorry. I think they try to seem like they're busy and act like they're doing something around the times that the Minds Fest is happening, or Ottman's going on Rogan, or you know what I'm saying. Anytime they're about to do some kind of thing where they're gonna get some attention, oh, let's make it look like we're doing something around here, guys.
I've got to mention it again. Did you see the nerd fight?
Like,
Yeah,
On
freaking
Canary.
on
On
Canary.
Canary, right?
Yeah, it was Canary. Freaking
what happened?
Mark and Ottman got into a
Networthy and
freaking
Ottman.
a nerd fight.
They had a slight argument, and it's just Roger decided to call it a cat fight.
No, nerd fight. Cat fights are
Yeah.
just a little bit better than a nerd fight. Like in
Right.
ranking, like I'd rather see a cat fight just a little bit
Are
more.
you talking about when Ottman was saying something and Medworthy was like, "You should be more professional about
Yeah.
this."
That's the one. Yeah.
That was-
Yeah,
that was so
I was
cool.
dying inside.
I was too. I was
They
like,
didn't
"Oh."
experience it as a fight.
no,
From
they
their
don't.
point of view, they were just having a conversation.
Well, maybe Mark was, but Bill started breaking down like a little girl and shit, and
Yeah.
Dude.
like he did. Well, you guys don't understand how it feels to be here doing all this stuff.
Well, dude.
I'm the CEO, bitch. I can do whatever I want.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm really busy. I need to go. A delivery at my front door.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Later.
Oh, jeez.
She's like, I gotta
Right.
go. Somebody.
Oh man, I didn't know Bob was that sensitive.
No, she's not.
No, she just had a delivery at the door. She
Yeah,
said.
she had a. The other day, wait till I get this done. It's rendering right now, but you will see it. She sat there and did that script with me, and we both did it, and we were busting up laughing, and this was about anal probes. You know,
Okay,
she
all
had,
right.
she had a ball.
Okay, so she's not that sensitive.
Yeah,
No.
no, she's not.
I'm
But
sensitive
around
to
mine.
dissing Bill.
She is
Yeah.
about.
Dissing Bill.
I was gonna
Yeah, I know.
say she is about that
And I just
And
gave up on it.
don't just do better either. That also gives me the zig.
though. Oh,
She had a fit whenever I started saying bad stuff about like Ottman, so I had to freaking just stop, and, like, because she's really like that no matter what.
Ooh. All right. Okay.
But I told her, I was like, I see a difference between those guys up there in the community. Like, you guys are all the community, and I love mine's community to death, you know what I mean? But I just don't agree with the way they're dealing with it when it comes to management. It
I've
just,
been saying that for years.
like, this is one of the best platforms that you can be on just to hang out with people and get to know them. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's the only social network I'm using. I've given up on Facebook. I don't know of any other ones I've been on, but I walked away from all that.
Twitter. X.
Yeah,
You on
yeah.
X?
I used Twitter or X because Bob Dub and them makes me do it. Bob Dub and Mark. They want to get rich, so they tell me you need to post this and you need to do it now. so I have to like post a link up there for the WoW coin.
Yeah. Does
Yeah.
it help?
Gotcha.
I don't know. I never go on Twitter to check.
Well, I mean, you post stuff there, you get traffic onto your Rumble or YouTube channel. That should.
No, we post stuff onto X to earn tokens
on Mint
from
Me, yeah.
fellow content creators on the Mint Me
Mm.
community. So we do get a bit of engagement on X, but we don't really work our X accounts, do we?
Not
We're
really.
just basically just doing it to earn the bounty on Mint Me at this stage.
Yeah. Now, if people are interested and they want to, like, you know, hang out and stuff on Twitch or Twitter or X or whatever, I'm cool with that. But you know, I mean, I find X just pretty much useless. You know what I mean? You can post until you're freaking blue in the face, but people, I mean, who really sees it? You know what I mean? Jaffe Ryder and Robot's the only two that see me on there. That's
Do
it.
you have a blue check mark?
I don't even know.
Do you pay?
No,
Well, you see, you pay for
no.
reach on X.
That's
So that's
up.
their game.
That's fucked
They've
up.
designed their system so that if you want people to see your stuff, you have to have a subscription to them. You can post and your friends can see you, and you can post, you know, messages back and forth for your friends. But if you want to get engagement, you have to be like a paying member.
I did
Can you
notice.
run ads and stuff on X now? You know?
I did notice
Sorry.
something. I did notice one thing though.
Yeah.
They're doing the monetization like how Minds used to. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can make.
everything
Was that Twitter?
changed.
Yeah.
Mm.
I might actually freaking go over there so I can make the big money and say fuck you Minds. Fuck all y'all.
Well, isn't
Have you done it?
Minds
Have you done
just
it?
Not yet.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
thought that
right,
Minds
you
was
have
just
it.
setting themselves up to be a networking app, where that they were going to interface between all the other social medias.
They're already doing
Yeah, they're already doing that.
Yeah,
with the activity pops thing. So now
yeah.
we're able to see threads. What is it? What's this? The Meta thread. People who are using threads.
Mastodon.
And people on Mastodons. Yeah.
Mm.
The Fediverse basically. It's a node network is what it basically comes down to. Like it's all about the node. Minds is like one little node in the Fediverse,
Yeah.
and that's it. And then
That's it, the Fediverse.
there's like
Fediverse, yeah.
shitloads of
How
other
do you
ones.
use that shit?
You just search for users who are on the other networks.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. How how do you get on it?
I don't think
You-
there's
you don't-
anybody that really knows, to be honest with you.
I think
There's
they said
some
at the town
directories
hall.
on.
Carry on, Tan.
Oh, there's some website that shows you people who are on the Fediverse, and then you can search for their channel on Minds, and if it shows up, you can subscribe to them just like another Minds account. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a sort of Fediverse directories on Minds to search from.
But I thought that
But, you
Minds
know-
was set up for you to run your own show, and that Minds wasn't running it for you, and that each person could like set up their own instance and customize it
Well,
to their own
that's
needs.
That's something they're doing. They're trying to sell that, like a monthly subscription, to be able to do that.
Yes. But haven't they always? Wasn't Minds Plus the beginning of the subscription model with them? They've just expanded it now to other tiers.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
networks thing. I think they have people using it, and if you if you take their source code and build your own
Server, everything.
server of Minds,
You don't
yeah,
have to pay anything.
You don't have to pay anything. You can host it on your own server. You have to pay for your server hosting, but that's about
Right.
it. And then since it's public, you can join it to Minds.com by
Hmm.
having people on Mind subscribe to your network.
Hmm. So you
I
have to
mean,
be responsible for getting your own audience there,
yeah.
and all they do is provide the infrastructure.
No, they don't even provide the infrastructure. They provide
they
you the
Give you
code.
the
You can,
code.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there is the Minds hosted network thing, which costs an arm and a leg to use.
Yeah.
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 So you can go with that, or they will host, they will maintain, they will help you set it up for you for a fee. But
It's like $500 a month.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Let me share. Let me show you my screen on Minds here. This guy, Adam Mosseri, he's a Facebook meta guy, right? You see my?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're able to follow him on Mind here. See, this is his address.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Search for that on there and just follow him, just like you were following another Minds user.
So what you're saying is that this is a Facebook guy.
This is the Facebook guy. This is his Facebook Threads account.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't post that often, but here's a post from him 20 hours ago.
20 hours ago.
He runs Threads, I think. This guy runs Meta Threads. So this is the big guy in Facebook, in Meta.
But where are you going to see that? On mine?
Oh, I just saw news about him, and I just searched for him like this. If you go on your Facebook or your Minds account and you search for him, for that, it should show up on your search result, and then you can click on him and subscribe to him.
So it's at whatever. What is it?
At Mosseri at threads.net.
Oh, so it's at threads.net.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's got a at.
Yep. Instead of without the at, then it's a Minds channel, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you address the Fediverse channel.
Very cool.
Interesting. So how would you find somebody just by searching them? You'd have to know.
You have to know their address. Yeah.
Like if it's a Threads or a Mastodon or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I think if somebody else on Mind has subscribed to the channel, you might be able to search for them for the Fediverse account by looking up their names. So Adam Mosseri, if you search for his name on Mind, it might show you his Threads account.
Gotcha. Interesting. I mean, I can see where it's useful. It's just so confusing, especially at this point where not many people are using it.
Yeah.
Or even know about it.
How do we find out about it?
What's that?
How do we find out? I mean, where is the place you go to find out? Do you just have to talk to other people who are using it? Is it all word of mouth?
Well, they announced, Minds announced that they're using activity pops like 2 or 3 town halls ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how to use it is, it's a matter of searching up.
Where's the Fediverse?
Where's the Fediverse? You can Google. You can
Is it
Google
where?
Fediverse directories.
I'm saying, is it like, is there a website that you can visit?
The Fediverse is distributed. It's scattered all over. Like Minds is a node in the Fediverse,
Okay.
right? So it's decentralized,
Yeah,
distributed.
Mm,
a network of small social media platforms that are all
Yeah,
joined together
yeah,
and
yeah,
call
yeah, yeah,
themselves Fediverse.
yeah.
interesting.
And one way of participating in the Fediverse is to implement the activity pub protocol, which Minds has done.
I forgot to
An
hit.
activity pub, is that a website?
No, it's a communication. It's a decentralized communications protocol.
Okay. So it's what allows the different platforms to
To talk to each
post
other.
to each other. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
gotcha.
All right, I think I screwed up on my
What do you do?
on YouTube. I stopped the stream on accident. I thought it wasn't streaming, and it was. I just
Oh,
hit.
that's okay.
I
Why,
just.
why you don't want to stream?
Well, I do. I'm just saying I didn't think it was going to. I thought that it was done. Well, you know what I'm saying. I hope.
Okay. You
I'm
thought it
set.
was you streaming, and you click stop, and it stopped. It stopped
Yeah,
streaming.
I came in here and I thought, cause see, I thought I forgot to hit start stream, and I forgot I had it set on auto.
Okay.
So
So now if you start streaming again, would it override what it was streaming before?
it shouldn't. On YouTube, they usually give a a key back to it.
Right. You're
ETV.
also recording though, right?
Yeah, I've got the recording and Odyssey and mines are still going good.
Bob,
Or not Odyssey,
Bob
Odyssey
was
and Rumble.
asking for your Rumble channel. Are you streaming on there now?
Yeah, it's on Odyssey and Rumble,
Okay.
so she's good to
Oh,
go.
which account are you streaming from though?
I'm,
Is it the live with Roger Hansen?
yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't do all
You have
that.
so many Rumble accounts, man. Hard to keep track.
Well, not anymore. I was helping out with Home Away from YouTube, and they ended up changing that update and everything, and now I need like a freaking phone verification to get into that account on the Google Chrome.
Mhm.
So that gives me a chance not to have to do anything on there. Freaking Zach and them are the ones who are supposed to be doing that anyhow. I have a lot of content for them that's scheduled, so I mean I don't really have to do anything, and neither do they. But there we go. I got it back up and running. But you guys are still talking about
Yeah.
mines and everything. The
Yep.
the Fediverse.
We're talking about the Fediverse a little bit.
All I want to know is, can you get in trouble for posting porn on there?
On the Fediverse?
Yeah,
I'm sure there are already people who do.
because
Why would you get in trouble? Just, if once Twitter jumps onto the Fediverse, you're gonna get a whole truckload of stuff like that.
Is
That-
Twitter on the Fediverse?
I don't think, not yet. I don't think.
I heard they were wanting to go into or what do they call it, Metadon or Mastodon.
Mastodon is already on there.
Is it? That's part of the Fediverse.
Yeah,
Yep.
but Twitter is not. I don't think.
So instead of going into Mastodon, Twitter's going to go into the Fediverse on its own.
You saying Twitter is integrated with Mastodon? Huh?
That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought they were talking about going into Mastodon.
Yeah, no, Mastodon is just another site that participates in the metaverse.
So what's this shit going on? Everybody's talking about this alternative email and stuff that um what is it? Everybody's been using it on Minds and shit, and I've been using Google, and they keep telling me to use it.
Oh, the Proton Mail, you mean?
Yeah, Proton. What is that?
It's just another mail like Gmail, except um, they respect your privacy more, I guess, opposed to Google.
Is it like one of those DuckDuckGo things where they throw advertising on TV and stuff?
Yeah, maybe. I don't have a Proton Mail account, but
I don't.
Yeah, I don't get advertisements or anything.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like I said, I have my opinions even about the encryption shit. You know what I mean? It's more of a nuisance for me if I'm that freaking serious about my privacy, then I'll freaking get a VPN. You know.
Well, like I said before, if they implement encryption right, it should be seamless. You shouldn't have to even bother setting up all those crap.
I agree.
Look at Signal, right? Signal does end-to-end encryption, and you don't have to do anything. You just just log in and it just works.
I seen some strange message on
Where?
on Minds. Mine said I did it. Oh, okay. I see what it is. He's talking to Bob Dub. She keeps getting me in trouble.
Who? Where? On the on your chat room?
Infinite Imaginarium.
Dude, I totally don't get you in trouble. You don't need any help getting yourself in trouble.
I know.
You do it
I know.
all.
I know.
Mr. Hansen.
Mr. Hansen.
Dude,
I just
you're
wanted
a troublemaker, dude.
I just wanted to hear her voice again. You should hear it. She told me it's your tone. She said it sounded like angelic tone. It's like or some shit, some really good.
Dulcet.
Oh, dulcet.
Dulcet tones.
Dulcet tones. And she goes, Roger.
So they've made. He's made a AI assistant that he's put on his Glitch Me page. So we can go in there and we can start up an instance of his uncorrupted AI. Doesn't have all the algorithms that manipulate you. It just gives you the output that you want. It's so cool. That's what he was saying.
Can you share what the...
I can read it. I'm reading it now. It says...
Have you got the link?
Oh, no, not the link.
The link's in there.
Wait a minute.
Share the screen so everybody can see.
Let me see if I can find it.
So he basically has an instance of something like a Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Yes, it's called Infinity.
Let's see.
And he's trained it to work like a neural network.
You know what he really needs
prompt.
to do? There's one thing he can do to that to make it even perfect. Like, give it your voice. And
oh, yeah. Definitely. that would be excellent. Totally agree with that. I go for that feature.
And I was thinking the other day, you know what would be another good computer voice? It would be Mark. If Mark if Mark would allow them or Minds Gaming to use his voice, he'd be and have like freaking Bob Dub's computer on one side and his on the other, and they're bitching at each other.
And they're just bitching at each other. I knew you were getting there.
Yeah.
But they don't do it in real life, so it's gonna sound weird that they do it in AI.
But you know what I'm saying? Like make videos.
You could do you could make it'll be better if you do a Bill Ottman voice and Mark Edworthy voice, and they'd be bitching at each other.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we would have to find somebody who's good at rigging, but this would be a better idea. Do one where it's Bill Altman standing in front of the two computers and Bob Dubs on one side, and she loves the death out of him. And,
Oh, right.
And Mark is on the other side, and he's all snooty with him and shit, and talking, you know.
No, you don't understand. I love Mark too. How are you going to do that to me? What a mean thing.
Well,
To make me between two guys that I think are wonderful. That's cruel of you, Roger.
well,
Yeah, he's a
I gotta admit, it would be pretty funny.
you know. And freaking, you know, Mark's computer, he would be talking about freaking the terms of agreement and shit, and then freaking, you know.
It's not fair. Not fair. Talking about Mark this way when he's not here.
He'll be in here in a little bit. He always does. He comes in right after I start talking about him.
He's probably watching your stream
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
He's doing his project and watch. There it is. Is it the modular NFT marketplace?
No, that's the new thing. That we went on to start talking about NFTs because I was asking Satori if he was minting these images that he's putting up in the dream time of the
Did they
Lunar
ever start
Theatre.
doing that on Me? Where you could
What?
do NFTs?
Moment was doing NFTs, but we're trying to do NFTs now on Glitch Me and just move away from Moment and do Minds Game is just going to do his own NFTs. At least we're going to start.
Interesting.
Now I see the OpenSea Imaginarium Mandala Spore 004. Is that it?
Yes, no. Just before that, that's an NFT that's one of Satori's NFTs that I need to buy.
Okay.
Because you're making me an art gallery, and the rules of the art gallery is that only NFTs that I own are allowed to be displayed in the art gallery. So I have to buy the Mandala Spore NFT, right, to put in the art gallery that you're making.
Okay. Now, do you want a bust and a pedestal for it to go on?
A bust, hey?
I can make them completely white.
So I don't know how I would display photos. Yeah, I suppose so. A bust of who?
No, I'm just saying just for decoration. Well, you wouldn't. I mean, you wouldn't want me to really get too descriptive. I could do some topography to make the faces look different. You know what I mean? But it would be basically the same head. And then I would do topography, give it a beard or something, and hair.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But I mean, I'm
not. A bust with a beard would be so cool.
Yeah, I'm not.
I would love that.
I'm not like a pro at it, but I'm better than what the CGI did for you on that one video. I can say that much. That was pretty bad. That one where they were facing each other for Shakespeare. That was CGI, right?
Those two things with that face coming out of the one bust, shouting at the face in the other bust?
Yeah.
That was freaky. That was an AI generated image. I don't know what that was. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I can do better than that, but not much better.
Oh, I don't believe you. I think you're magnificent. You've already made me the studio, haven't you? Didn't we upload the asset or something?
Yeah.
You're magnificent, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Mr. What's this rumble? Oh, Chocolate Thunder.
Chocolate Thunder, that's right. Yeah. See, now you're talking the magic words. Say the word Chocolate Thunder and
with a sexy beard.
See, and that's what I was getting onto. Like, remember how I was telling you guys how great I am and everything? And
yes.
That's
also humble.
Well, I ain't gonna say that. Not when it comes to Chocolate Thunder. Like Chocolate Thunder is just the end all to everything. You know what I mean? So he's got he's kind of like a mix between Shaft and that one dude.
Start talking to him about himself in third person. I love it.
Yeah. What's the name of that one where that black dude gets on the radio all the time and he talks about his wiener? You remember that movie?
Was
Describe
that
a little bit of
what
it.
he was talking about? Puff Puff Pass? Was that the one he shared on Mint Me?
No, you remember
No.
you remember the movie where oh, I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Describe a little bit of it.
Roger.
He was a radio announcer and he kept getting kicked off of radio because every time he'd get on there he'd talk about sexual stuff and he would be the ladies' man. He's a mix between the ladies' man.
Channeling him, are you?
Yes.
You talking about the movie or something in real life?
No, the
Somebody-
movie. So I was thinking what would be.
Does it sound like Chocolate Rain too?
Oh God, how does Chocolate Rain sound?
You gotta play the video or something. Somebody.
Now I'm anxious. I want to know what Chocolate Rain sounds
y'all
like.
haven't heard Chocolate Rain?
I haven't.
It was an internet sensation back in the, I don't know, 2000 something.
Okay, I got the first episode of Murder Time Fun Time. Now this one, when I do this, I can't use YouTube, so it's got all the good stuff. All the stuff that we were doing on that last one. I mean, even with frickin' the He-Man episodes and shit, that was cool. Frickin' He-Man and well, it's not He-Man, it's Prince Adam actually. He ends up being a gay frickin' Prince Adam. Okay, let me go check and make sure everything's still going. They keep doing that on. Has anybody else been having frickin' their Google Chrome frickin' just drop and do an update without your permission?
No, I'm still okay. I mean, it did update, but it didn't mess up anything.
I use Brave.
It just like literally drops my frickin' stream.
What?
Yeah.
Chrome does that?
Yeah. It literally just drops the stream and then frickin' it sometimes it'll frickin' pop back up, but not all the time. Okay.
That movie you're talking about, is it called Talk Radio?
No, the one I'm talking about?
The one you were talking about, some character some Howard Stern-like character.
No, this one is the Ladies' Man. Just type in Ladies' Man.
Ladies Man, okay. Alright. That was the other one.
And the chocolate one, what was that one again?
What, this Chocolate Rain is a song?
Chocolate Rain. Let me go see. If I see the face, I will probably recognize it.
Black dude with glasses.
You see, that could have came in handy when we were doing the script. Tay Zonde's Chocolate Rain was more woke than he realized. Chocolate Rain by Chad Vader. Oh,
no,
wow.
the Tay-Zonde, dude.
The Faison.
Tay-Zonde or whatever.
Tay Zonde's, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe Chad Vader did it. You remember Chad Vader, don't you?
Yeah.
He was Darth Vader working as a freaking grocery store manager.
Grocery store. Yeah.
That was some crazy shit. Yeah. Vanilla Snow. Chocolate Rain parody. Vanilla
Yeah.
Snow. Wow, I never even heard of this dude. Ever.
Wow.
Me neither.
YouTube, man. Back in the day.
Back when it was actually worth watching. Like, I have. There was a time where I actually enjoyed being on there, but now it's just ridiculous. Like, you get on there and all they want you to see, the first recommendations they pop up is like freaking politics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's not why people got on there back in like the early 2000s. It was to get on there and watch parodies and stuff like that.
Mm.
At least that's what I remember. Well, we got 4 viewers on Rumble.
Cool.
One's currently watching on Odyssey, and
Hey now.
that's good. I would do mines, but I mean they make you, or they loop and start recording over your video after like 6 hours, I think it is.
Well, if you restart your stream,
Yeah.
then they would.
Well, by the
You
time
should use a new stream key if you wanna.
I wish the stream was more interactive and actually monetized, like just for the stream, not just on comments, like for viewers and all that kind of shit.
And I know they're connected with cryptocurrency too, so there should be no problem with that. Like they've actually, I went in there and read Live Peer's stuff, and they're supposedly connected with cryptocurrency. So, you know, but
Tips and super comments and crypto and all that should be on top of regular monetization, like viewers and whatnot.
Bob Dub's quiet.
Yeah. I'm about to
Sorry,
be real quiet.
I was.
I'm about to get out of here.
So
Wasn't expecting this, but I appreciate the invite.
you know, I'm glad you came in. It's been a while since we've heard from you. You know.
Yeah, I've been busy working,
Yeah, I know. Freaking.
learning.
Whenever
It's
you got.
wonderful catching up.
Whenever you got time, man, come in on Fridays, because that's we always come up on here and hang out and stuff and just bullshit, you know.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
And usually these guys convince me to do it earlier. Every time, like not last week, but the week before, freaking I thought Tan wanted to start it earlier, so I got on and put it on at like 3 o'clock, and he's like, "No, that's not what I was saying."
Oh no!
Yeah, it's way too
I'm
early.
still at work by then. There's no way.
Right. Me too. This 6 is probably a good time.
Yeah.
I decided to do it on Skype because last week I was telling Tan and Mark, I was like, well, look, everybody that you're talking about who we were making the exceptions for to do it on like Jitsi and all that, freaking they don't even come to the shows on Friday, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's weird.
it just
Mine's is so weird.
everybody on mine's, me included, except for Bob Dub. She's not weird.
Yeah, she's-
Totally normal.
That's cool.
Totally, guys.
Everybody else is weirdos.
Yeah.
Yep.
But all of us weirdos, we got it backwards though, because like the craziest one out of all of us is Mark, and nobody recognizes that. They don't even see it. You know what I mean? Because he always answers their questions and Canary and all that. He's crazy as freaking shit, dude.
Oh, he wears a tie.
Yeah,
It's his
Yours is
disguise.
that.
I'm so glad I got a chance to freaking actually meet him and get to know him, dude. Because like he is the nuttiest out of all of us, dude.
Well, he tolerates he put up with you the most.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, no, Bob Dub's coming in a close second these days, man. She just sat and did a freaking script about anal probing.
I did not do a script about anal probing. I sat with you to keep you company while
you just got volunteered.
She did a good job of keeping me company. I'll put it to that way. She doesn't.
Y'all have fun. I'm gonna get out of here.
All
We'll see you
right.
next time.
See you later.
Yeah,
You
you bet.
better.
Thanks.
Yes. See. The thing is, she doesn't want to take responsibility for it. You know what I mean? Like.
For what?
with-
Responsibility.
you know what? You know what? Freaking. You know
Oh,
what?
Roger, you're so trying to start a controversy.
He always
I'm
does.
resisting you.
He's a controversy guy.
He
You
is.
think Mr. Robot was, but Roger, he's
No.
Did you,
OG. He doesn't put OG after his name for nothing.
do you know? Do you know my new conspiracy on Bill W. or Bill Altman? I'm calling him Bill W.
Billy the Kid.
No, yeah, Billy the Kid. He's
Billy
no
the Kid.
he's no longer Minds Gaming, okay? Which I
Mm.
thought for the longest time he was like Minds Gaming, and just Minds Gaming was Bill Altman in disguise. But since I know it's not him now, my conspiracy has evolved. He's now a genetically modified. No, not a genetically modified. He's a holographic
Projection.
projection.
So he's an AI.
Yeah. So you know, everybody mentioned him and his kids,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a simple solution. I already know the answer to that. You know what that is?
What?
That's nothing more than a computer-generated family. Okay. Not only is he computer-generated, his entire family is. So what you're seeing there is a computer-generated wife and kids. See, that's what that is.
Okay.
Whose computer?
I would say it was Jack's.
Who
Oh.
generates him?
Huh?
Jack
Jack.
generates him?
Yes.
Jack generates him.
So
Jack generates an older brother.
He generates an
Right.
older brother
Him and
because he's lonely.
him and Bill's college buddies, the ones that helped him start Minds.
What about John then?
John is not in the loop. He got too close, and then that's when Jack said we need to take him out of the equation.
So, but
So he
then
programmed a bill.
John is not in the loop. So then,
That's why he got in trouble with my.
no. So you got some gap in your theory there, man.
I'll
'Cause,
figure it out.
How is John Bill Ottman's dad if he's not in the loop and
Well-
Bill is AI?
Who?
There's a long time period between the college days and now, so I mean that is a good thing to that is something to bring up. Maybe Jack had to take him out and make him a computer generated father. There's a lot of big money involved in this stuff, you know what I mean?
So Jack took his dad out and replaced his dad
Have you
with
ever
an AI.
have you ever looked into Jack's eyes? They're kind of creepy, kind of like seriously. I mean, like he could do it. I think he could. He just he makes freaking poor Steve. Isn't that Steve, the one in Canary? He makes him freaking do all of his work down in the basement and shit.
Steve, you mean Mark or
What is his name? The dude with the beard and the glasses.
Ryan?
Ryan, yeah. Poor Ryan. Dude has to do his work in the basement and shit.
He does?
Yeah, didn't you see that video he put up of his desk and everything down in the basement? He had that TV and his You're the one that showed it to me, actually. Or was that?
No. That was Bill. That was
Oh,
Bill's Facebook.
Bill's.
That was when they started out Minds running the server from their home.
Well, see, that even brings my theory even closer. I mean, if he's doing work out of his basement, you don't know what's going on with that dude.
Well, that's kind of typical, I think Mark Zuckerberg used to run his what do they call it before they named it Facebook? Uh,
Happy friends.
they run their server out of their college dorm too. So,
No, I've watched the movie for that. They weren't running anything out of college dorms. Those kids were freaking jumping off the balconies and having parties all the time. Like, and Zuckerberg even said it too. Like, they didn't freaking do shit in college. It was more partying than anything else. Like, he was hooked up with that one dude that was involved in what was it? Oh my goodness! It was the one where you could go and frickin' get music off the internet.
oh yeah, I remember that LimeWire, right?
Well, it was the one before LimeWire, the one with the black cat.
Oh yeah, Napster or something.
Napster, that's it.
Yeah.
Him and Napster, the guy who started Napster, frickin' got him into a partnership with him, and it fell through. But before that, he was also doing work with the guy who founded Wikipedia.
Mm.
It's pretty cool when you go back and I watched it and shit, and I haven't been able to do much more research, but and I know a lot of that can't be true because, like, at the end, they got this part where he lost freaking Facebook, and the only thing that the executives allow him to do is sit in the freaking lunchroom and play on his laptop and shit. And I'm like, you are so full of shit. He ended the movie like that,
Oh, you mean like the Facebook movie?
Yeah.
The social network?
Yeah, they came out with a movie about how freaking Zuckerberg started Facebook and where it ended up.
Yeah, it was called The Social Network.
Yeah. That ending was so stupid. I was like, yeah, right, dude. Zuckerberg's not going to give up power.
There was a movie made about Bill Gates, Microsoft, way back when. It was called Antitrust.
That is funny.
So, yeah, these guys, they each have a movie. One of these days, Bill Ottman's going to have a movie made about him.
He already does.
What is it called?
It's called Billy the Kid.
Not the real one.
He's gonna look freaking Mark Edworthy right in the face when he goes, "I fought the law and the law won." I thought that was pretty cool.
What happened? Where's Bob Dub? Did she fall off?
No, she's hanging around.
Oh, sorry, I'm here. Sorry.
There you are. You're just
Sorry,
listening.
I'm tidying my desk and dreaming
Okay.
about. Yeah, sorry.
What time is it over in your end, Bob Dub?
We're 11:20 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Saturday morning.
Oh, okay. Saturday
Yeah.
morning. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
cool.
So you're 14 hours.
So
Yeah.
you would be 7 hours ahead of me.
Only 7? More than that.
Well, 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's
here.
11 a.m. It's 11 a.m. on her time.
Why?
It's like
Yeah, 7
we-
hours.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Well, a day and
It's
7
more than
hours,
12
yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot easier for you if you just give up those days. You know what I mean?
14,
Like
11 hours.
right here and right now. This is your time. This is my time. Just like take the extra day and just kind of get rid of. Because if you don't, you'll get really confused. You know what I mean?
I find it easier to just know how many hours from now are we doing something.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then I can count hours. But trying to join clocks together, oh, no, it's too awful.
It's a nightmare. I freaking and all this shit started with Mark. It's Mark's fault. That's the one thing I have to blame. Mark's
fault.
Did you?
Well, I mean, we're working with different time zones, so that's bound to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Mark's fault. The time zones.
It's always Mark's fault when it comes to time. Him and Pecos Dave. I never had to deal with any of this until freaking I met those two. And Pecos Dave, he hasn't been around, so.
Aren't you in his time zone, Pecos Dave's?
Yeah. Well, if he's
so
still.
That's why you don't have problems with him.
If he's still here, though. No, he started talking about like Zulu time and shit. And then finally I figured out that Zulu time is the same as GMT.
And also same as UTC.
Yeah. See. And they sit there and let me stew on that for like a week straight.
That's right, I remember that. that was fun.
They just wanted to torture me is what they wanted to do. So
they were probably just trying to set the record straight.
No,
it was probably you who were the.
Yeah, no. They assumed that you know. I mean, you didn't ask.
They know by now. Well, Mark knows that I'm a little bit better at it than what I was, but trust me, they knew I was not able. Okay, they knew. Freaking I've got a freaking Google Doc set up with the time differences and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, he set up a calendar for you now. Isn't that helping?
Well, it's supposed to be, but now he's wanting to get more prissy about it. He's like, well, here in England, we don't do the calendar like that. Like, you guys say 5/18/04 or 24, but we don't do it like that. So now I gotta cater the actual time or the date and the freaking month according to the English for the rest of the world. Yeah.
It's really hard. I've started using the actual name of the month because I just find this
that's a good idea.
Yeah, two different ways of doing it's just too
That's a good idea. I can do that. We'll turn it back on frickin' Mark and say, here's how we're gonna do it, buddy, and we don't care what you say. We don't
on your server.
Yeah.
I think it's the least confusing for the most amount of people.
Yeah.
To use the actual name.
Yeah.
Well, calendar.
But I think that from a developer's point of view, it might be more complex.
No, we don't do developer stuff. We just configure it.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Oh man. Okay, I see what it was. I had to go in and check. Freaking it said that I had a notification on mine's chat. And it ended up just being that bug that you were talking about earlier.
Oh, did you see that I posted the link in this chat here to the to Minds Gaming's chatbot?
In Imaginarium?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Open GTS.
Bring it up.
I mean, he did post the link in Infinite Imaginarium, so I mean, he must know that it's a public, hey? He wouldn't want me to keep it private.
No, I doubt that. Okay.
But it's just that we're trying to experiment with making this token economy, Tan.
Yeah.
And so, like, we're trying to experiment with different ways to tokenize things and to see how we could mint our own NFTs without having to use one of the other NFT platforms like OpenSea or Moment, or like, is there a way that he could incorporate us minting our own NFTs on our own website?
Right.
That's pretty good. Now,
it would be interesting, hey?
Is that the same link that's up there on top? Yeah, it is. The public link, so.
That's good to know. I've got it in the stream too, so that people can see it. I'm thinking it's in there. So
Well,
It's not.
using Infinity, what we're using Infinity for a lot is to generate the scripts for Dude, Where's My Wallet? Okay, a lot of other things as well. But one of the things that they've got about the Dude, Where's My Wallet series is that because it's all a collaborative project, people are meant to be able to go back into older episodes and cut out bits from the older episode and then structure a new episode referring back to the older episodes. So it's always going to be this sort of strange self-referential collaborative evolution of thought.
yeah, she's
That's
something
pretty
else.
Theory.
cool. You're using AI to help generate your script
Yes.
for the show. Yeah, yeah.
They get even more intense. You would actually like being with her and Satori Tan, because they're freaking doing poems and stuff in code.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
some of his stream with the.
You would actually, I guarantee you would love that. And I mean, they literally do it together. Like, they're sitting there freaking deciphering it and shit between one another.
Mm,
He'll share it
really?
with
You mean
Bob
like we're
Dub.
doing live coding?
Hmm. Well, you explain it, Bob Dub. You're the one that's doing it.
Well, I don't know how to explain it. I'm doing it to try and figure out how to explain it. But it's like what I said. It's like this collaborative project where you create a third mind between you. You know, it's you, it's me and you, and then it's this third conceptual body of knowledge that sits between us. And then, you know, not just him and I, but anybody who joins into the project, is that each person who comes to the project sees it in a different way. And so they can modify it. And so you can get these really surprising outcomes that you didn't plan when you went into the project, you know? So
Okay.
it's bringing together different people who have different strengths and different skill sets, and seeing what happens when you just link together a creative project, see how far you can push it. And so I think that's where Satori D and Minds Gaming are at the moment, with these artworks that incorporate coding and poetry and make code poems.
Cool.
But it's
Yeah.
even more wonderful than that, because he sets the back-end protocols using all this language for the LLM.
He has this one.
And
that
so
he
when
just,
you read through the protocols, they almost read like poetry, the way he's setting it up.
he just
It's something-
posted one that is called Ethiogentic Codex.
Mm.
And
Is
it's
that Satori D?
yeah, freaking it's
So
amazing.
it's a poem about code.
Pretty much. I know Bob Dub's been doing a lot of cool stuff with them. That's about that, and then what was it, the Flower Song or something like that you guys are doing?
Yes. Flower Song is a really, really interesting concept. I think it comes out of Mesoamerican culture. And it's the idea that everything that you're doing in the now is creating your life. And so you create these moments in your life. And these moments in your life, you join together like into a necklace. Something. I don't know how the necklace then becomes your flower song. Anyway, it's just, I don't know. Roger, you keep on asking me to explain these things, and I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just sort of like, let's see if I click this button, what will happen.
Everybody always tells me that too. It's like, you guys do all these amazing things, and Then when I ask you, buddy, like, oh, I just click buttons. I'm like, you're doing a lot more than I am.
Well,
like
you click the buttons on Mincemeat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. But I really don't think I just kind of like click and then click and then click.
Yeah.
It's like when you're on MintMe, it's just like when you're buying and selling crypto on, all the other ones. You just kind of do it naturally because you're going to have to freaking do shitloads of sells and buys, and it just becomes a process.
Huh.
I mean, that's all it is for me. I don't really think. Now this one right here, it's Crypto Poetic Shaman, and it says cryptograph cones etched in barks with ciphers none but poets have deciphered.
Ooh.
So are these generated by the assistant? These verses.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes there are. I don't know. It's hard to say. Sometimes you take a line from somebody else's poem and you put it into the AI and use that as the seed for another poem. Or sometimes you take an AI generated poem and you rewrite it, to reflect your personality or whatever. It's just a collaborative project on whatever you feel like doing next. Try it and see if it works. So I think that click buttons is just a metaphor for that, of try it and see if it works. So yeah, I don't quite know where we started from, but a lot of what we were doing in the hubs with making the Dude Where's My Wallet, which is really a big part of it, because the thing about the Dude Where's My Wallet is that as we're making the series, they are putting all these like little clues into the series that you don't necessarily pick up until a few series later. So they're just I don't know. It's
cool is what it is.
It's organic and it's growing, and you don't really understand it while you're doing it, but when you look back you say, oh, those elements linked together. That's so cool. So Satori D calls himself a digital shaman, and he says that his sort of like mission is to teach people, to nurture people in the digital realm to find their voice. And so I think finding Flower Song is almost a way of working with different people in different ways to find your voice and find where you're at. And the Dude Where's My Wallet is one of many of their collaborative projects that they do. It's just it's just real fun to be in.
I was doing that.
Money.
I was doing that project with Bob Dub the other day, Tan, and we were going over that script for Minds Gaming, and the coolest part was while we were doing it, freaking Bob Dub was playing around with the AI, and it's just a little spoiler, but at the end of all that, I was recording it, and I've got her freaking doing a reading from that alien probe, and she does it in Shakespeare.
We took the script that we just made, copied and pasted it into the AI, and told it to regenerate it in the style of Shakespeare. So we got it said, "Good morning, my good man," whatever it was.
She read it, and by the time she was done, we had, when we were quitting, like, she couldn't stop laughing from it. It was just busting up. Like,
It's cool.
It's pretty cool stuff.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
It's great. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So do you write poetry as well, Tan?
No.
Oh, all right. So Roger said you thought that you'd be interested in it because we did poetry.
I was like,
Oh,
I
I
haven't
think
seen you doing any poetry.
no, I think he meant I'd be interested in the code part of it, I guess.
Oh, right. Interesting, yes. Well, they're searching for people to help them code, Tan, because they're trying to set up with the place where we do one of the things with Dude, Where's My Wallet is talking about new technology, obviously. And so they record it in a 3D room where we all have our own little avatars and we can sort of like walk around the room clicking different links and yeah.
Okay.
And so that app that they're using that's called Hubs is closing down at the end of this month.
Right.
So they're trying to build a 3D environment where we can hang out and have avatars. And Minds Gaming has done one using, I think he says A-frame. So he's made us this beautiful room, but we can't get the avatars. He somehow can't get avatars to appear in it.
Oh, I see.
But like he and Roger were talking.
Sounds like a lot of work if you don't build on something, because Hubs is an open source project. He can just, I mean, even if it's shutting down, he can just fork it, the code base and add do his own spin on it and start maintaining his own version of it. But I'm pretty sure he might be doing something like that already. I'm pretty sure he's aware that
that he can do it off Hubs.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, because Mozilla Hubs is on GitHub. The source code is there, so he might be, taking that code and then just doing his own spin on it.
And doing his own thing on Glitch, because
yeah,
we're building
he
the
just
thing
take
on
the
Glitch.
code, build it, and then run it on his own server. He doesn't rely on Hubs anymore.
See, I don't really understand what's going on.
Yeah. But I think he might be already doing it, right? Because if he's into this thing, he should be already knows. So yeah, interesting. So maybe he did that thing that he's doing is based on Hub's code, right? I don't know.
I do not know. Well, you see, what's Glitch?
Glitch, is that his own thing he called it?
No, it's another open source thing, I think.
Okay.
Glitch.
So here's the Hubs code repo, sent you in the chat. But Glitch, is it glitch.com?
Glitch.com. Yeah. We make Glitch so it's easier for you to make the web. Glitch is the place where millions of creators, professionals, and educators build the open web together. Our job is to give you fast, fun tools for building the website of your dreams.
Well, I don't know if it's the same thing he's talking about.
Okay, shall I put the link on it so that you can see?
No, I'm seeing what you're reading from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is what he's used to build his website. And now on his website, built with this, he's building a 3D room, and we want to try and get avatars in there so that we can all, chill together. And then I think that if we got viewers, we could bring our viewers in, so as a gimmick. So the viewer could say, like, if they had paid 10 tokens, they could come into our lounge with us and be an avatar. I don't know, lots of different ideas.
Okay. Where's his site? Is that the one that you were? No, that's not the one. Can you share the link to his site?
To his site, yeah, sure. That's this here.
Have a quick look and see what he's building it with.
Hmm. Okay, so when you go to his place,
Yeah, I see it.
then you click the one in the middle, I think, that says chatbot. Down at the bottom, those three round circles, the sort of yellow and purple one.
Yeah.
When you click chatbot,
Yeah.
does it go? No, yeah. Are you in
I am.
a room now?
It's showing me a black screen.
Oh, okay. I'm in a room.
You are in the room. Okay. I just want to see what.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it's glitchy here. Yeah, no. It wasn't like this yesterday. Obviously, somebody's working on it.
I hope he's not building it from scratch. Because there
He
could
said
be.
A-frame. Have you heard of A-frame?
No.
Okay, me neither.
Just see.
Yes, see, they are. I think they are building it from scratch because Roger's making assets. All these pictures on the walls is Roger's work.
Oh man, it's gonna be a lot of work to build that from scratch.
Well, I'm just watching, Tan. I don't really understand it all.
All right. Well, maybe I could come on to the next time you guys are getting together. I can just come on and listen.
Oh, that would be so cool. So that's what we usually do on a Thursday night. We have this meeting in the room, and the first half of the meeting is like where we bring in our questions about the Mint Me website. Like how to use it, how to do the trading, how to mint an NFT, how to buy your own tokens, how to deploy your tokens onto the blockchain, all those questions, just having a general chat. And then after that, we usually read another script for the next episode.
And you don't have to understand everything either. And if you do, they're pretty cool about talking to you about it too. Because I went in there and there was no pressure, and Mike was real eager to help out.
They're so helpful.
To do what?
Well,
to do the Mint Me stuff.
Yeah. Every time I had questions, they were willing to do it, and they even have cool top secret shit too. You can't see their porn and everything until you freaking have shitloads of Mint Me coins.
Okay.
So that means I got to get a hustle on, because it's got to be good if.
So there's two avatars in this room now. It's so cool. Is that you guys?
Okay,
there's a pink one that's walking around, and there's a yellow one that's just standing looking at me.
I'm seeing A-frame.io stuff.
I can't see nothing.
What? I can see all your pictures on the walls, Roger.
Oh, wow.
So this is the A-frame that he's talking.
Let me go to speaker view. Oh, you're on A-frame.
No. I'm looking at his web site and trying to learn what technologies he's using. And Bob Dub said he's using A-frame, and I just figured out what that A-frame is about.
Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's what I was trying to tell him too. Is before I had to do I'll go ahead.
What question I have for? I mean,
go for it.
Trying to understand how what he's planning to do with the site. Because if Hubs, Mozilla Hubs, is shutting down. What's stopping him from running its own hubs from the Mozilla Hubs code, right? Because Hubs is open source. So maybe he wants to build something scaled down and simple and quick, I guess, without using a heavy framework like Hubs. But yeah, okay.
No.
So I can see on this side there's a whole bunch of icons on the left. Those are rooms or what are they?
The icons they have. Are you on Hubs?
No, I'm on his Glitch Me site.
Oh, those. Well, I haven't been in there in a while. Yeah, like 2-3 days. Let me see if I
They
can
have
find
what is
them.
this, Dragon token, and they have Minds Gaming token.
Yeah, those are his tokens. I know that
The
much.
Tor. These are all the different
No,
kinds of
they're
tokens.
all of us.
Yeah,
Two
they're all.
betters are
It's-
there.
Yeah.
Oh, these are
Everybody-
people. These are members. Wait,
All of these
so
are
you
people
have
who've minted their own cryptocurrency to use as well, like as a reward system to support their content creation.
I see. If I click on one of these links, it takes me to the Mint Me
To there, yes.
website.
Yes. So that's the landing page.
Yeah. And if I click on what is that? The chat bot at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the room now. So maybe he's making some changes to his site. We weren't able to see it before, but now it's showing a virtual
Now it's
room
showing.
with a chair.
Yes. You see it, and a piano.
And a piano. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
And you see the pictures on the walls.
No. Oh, I'm able to move around in this room.
Yeah.
Move around, looking around. I see screens on the walls, but like white frames with no pictures.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there's a couple of bubbles moving about, balloons. I guess one of
Now
them
that's
is
interesting.
blue.
That's a new thing, Tan. He hasn't been able to put the bubbles moving around before. I think that's the first attempt to create avatars.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's see a balloon heads.
Yes.
Couple balloon heads in there. And there's a yellow one and there's a red one.
Can you see me with my katana and my water gun?
And her water gun?
Your water gun.
Yeah, that's right. You get a water gun, and when you walk one direction,
gun.
and then when you turn around and go the other way, you get a sword. That's cool. At least it does that to me. So I thought that was cool.
I think that's cool too.
So this is like a virtual world. You go on here and you wait.
So studios
are you in there
where
too,
we
Roger?
record.
Huh?
Are you in there too, Roger?
Not at the moment. Nobody shared the screen with me.
So there are two other people in this room with me, I guess, right now. One of them,
Yes.
one is the yellow head, and the other one is the red head.
Now,
So if we go to the chat and create a room.
This thing?
New room. Create. My camera and microphone are being used over here, so nah, it's not going to work, unfortunately.
Well, this is for them to show us how this works.
Well, we're all trying to figure it out together. We're all trying to.
Yeah, but he's building this stuff.
yeah,
right?
it's like he's
So-
doing it right now. He's trying to.
Yeah.
He's trying to get it done before the end of the month, before Hubs
big,
shut down.
For a hub set.
So this is where he was asking for somebody to help him. because as I take it, what he was saying was that he's not really a coder. He's more of a prompt engineer.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And so it would be
he's
really
doing all
helpful
this
for
with
him.
AI?
I can't answer that. I don't know.
Is he around? Bring him into your show, Roger.
He can come in anytime. I already posted the link.
But I've never seen Satori D on your room, have I? Yeah, maybe I
Well,
did.
Satori D is shy. He doesn't like just jump in there like he was. But we were supposed
Actually-
to do an interview with him, and he didn't show up. Like he's real touchy about
Oh,
it.
really?
So who's
Yeah, he's
doing
really
this?
shy.
Is it Minds Gaming or Satori D?
Now both of them are doing it, to my last recollection. So
Be good to have him in your show to talk about this.
I would love
Or-
to have Satori on the show. He's cool as hell. Like if you just go in on Thursday, like Bob Dub said, and meet him, you'll see what he's a cool guy.
Or send the link in Roger's chat room before on Thursday to remind him.
Now, are
Read up.
now on your thing, man? If you want to use your real count on this, this is specifically just for the Minds Roundtable, okay? So if you want to do
What
that,
group?
this chat we're in right now, I got it. It's a chat group just for this one, okay?
Oh no, I'm not talking about your Skype chat.
Well, I
I'm
know,
talking
but
about
to
the
send
Minds chat, your Minds chat room.
Well, to send links to you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you want to
Okay.
do it that way.
I don't check the Skype chat at all. I'm joining as anonymous, right? So I'm not there full time. I'm not seeing your chat updates.
You're afraid of the CIA, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm like Mr. Robot got to me.
I think all of them on there are. It's either that or they're into open source and they think freaking Windows is just so horrible. Which, don't get me wrong, it is, but if I gotta choose between the two evils, I'd go with Microsoft any day of the week. I hate freaking Linux. And I always lie to myself and say, why don't we try it again? You know?
Maybe it's better this time. Right?
Yeah.
They've improved since 10 years ago.
Yeah. And freaking it's not. I mean, freaking Robot had me doing chocolatey again, and I'd freaking forgotten like 3/4 of how to deal with it. And finally, after.
What?
Yeah, chocolatey.
Robot had you do chocolatey.
Yeah. He had a cool movie that freaking he wanted me to watch, so he transferred it to me through Chocolatey instead of doing it through Google Drive. You know, Mr. Hardcore against Microsoft.
Right.
He didn't want it to be found on the internet or some shit.
Right. Yeah.
Then when I brought up the fact that I knew him on X, he freaking called me out on it, and in a private message he says, "Well, you doxing me like that." I'm like, dude, that's not fucking, that's not doxing and shit. Like,
You're not doxing you. You're on there for everyone to see.
you know, I ain't fucking. Well, you doxing me like that. I'm like, oh god, I didn't even respond.
Wait, on one of your streams?
No, he did it in a private message. And I was like,
No, but where did you dox?
it was in chat.
Quote unquote dox him.
It was in Mine's chat because I told him freaking, or I mentioned him being on X,
Oh, okay.
and
But you didn't post the X link to his profile.
no, I didn't. I should though. Just-
Wait, so on X he's not hiding anything? What the hell?
well, he says it's just propaganda. He only uses freaking X for propaganda purposes, of course.
So why would he have his real life stuff on X and not on other places? Why would posting his X profile be doxing him, right?
Uh-huh.
Or maybe because his family uses X and he's using it to communicate with them.
He's afraid that the secret army's gonna come and kidnap him in the night.
Yeah.
So he gets a little,
He promised us to have a movie night tonight, and he's just ditching us.
Blame it on the DMT
What's the DMT?
or the GNC, whichever one. I mean,
The GNC.
I get a trip out of him because he starts talking about how DMT freaking expands your universe and makes you think better. And I'm sitting there, and I think it was the last time or the time before that we talked about it, and I was like, dude, are you fucking crazy? I was like, that's getting high. You know what I mean? I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't do dope for freaking that many years because it was a function, you know what I mean? It was like everything he was describing was what you went through when you got high, you know?
Right.
So it's amazing to me that people like that can't distinguish between a spiritual experience and getting freaking high. Every time I got high, it was to fucking have a spiritual experience,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Well, he's using those things to get those spiritual experience, it looks like.
Like those hippies in the 60s.
Kind of dangerous, yeah.
Yeah.
He's messing up with his mind. We were talking about on general, I think, or on your room.
Mm-hmm.
I think I kind of warned him to not overdo it, and he said it's too late for him. His brain's already messed up.
I love him to death. Me and him did a Into the Abyss episode, and we discussed the human mind and everything, and we got to the part where it talks about the freaking oh god, what are they called? The little freaking things in your head that transmits the transmitters in your brain, neural transmitters.
Mm-hmm. Neurotransmitters, yeah.
And then we started talking about freaking what is it? It's the shit that freaking causes you to relax.
The
Serotonin.
Serotonin, yeah.
And it was all cool at that point with them, but then I started talking about dopamines and shit, and the damage that's done to the receptors, and how they have to reroute themselves because they can no longer feel pleasure through those receptors.
Mm.
And I don't know, maybe, hopefully, he freaking catches on to that, but that's real shit, you know what I mean? Every time you put that shit in your brain, you're destroying freaking receptors in your brain, and like all the pleasures that you think you can freaking experience, they'll be gone. You'll just be like me, running around freaking not really feeling anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's it.
You know, like people take for granted things like freaking sitting out on their porch and enjoying a beautiful morning. You know what I mean? You actually feel that, you know what I mean? You don't just think it. You're not just there, you feel it. Well,
right.
You keep freaking doing that dope, you're not going to enjoy that.
Mm.
So that's kind of what that's all about.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of scary, but he seems he seems to think that he can control it.
Yeah, he was trying to do that. He calls it freaking something yoga, where you he's turned it into a form of yoga.
Yeah. It's that's kind of a spiritual enlightenment quest for him.
Yeah, where what do they call it? Where you freaking where you freaking like make sure that you only eat certain amount of stuff, or you freaking only drink one beer, or you limit yourself. I forgot what they called it. I'm having a brain fart now. But he calls it a yoga, and I'm like, are you crazy? Like, and then he lowers the amount of coffee that he's allowed to drink.
Mm-hmm.
So that he can freaking discipline how much caffeine goes into his body.
Yeah, it's weird. You control the caffeine that goes into your body, but you don't mind the narcotic. What is it?
Caffeine.
No, the the drugs that he's taking sometime to get him into that
Yeah.
mental state.
Yeah, the withdrawals and shit. The DMT and
Yeah, those stuff. It's like
see, he doesn't. The one thing that doesn't click with him, and it's mostly because a lot of people aren't really educated when it comes to addiction. Okay, like, but the faster the reaction is, and the faster that it happens, or the shorter time that it happens, the more addictive it is. Whereas I can smoke pot and I can freaking be high for freaking 6 hours if I smoke enough. That's not going to be as addictive as taking a line of coke, which only lasts for maybe 20 minutes to a half an hour. You see what I mean? And that's what fools people into thinking that it's better to freaking take coke than what it is to freaking smoke pot. Because they think, well, you know, I can manage better and shit, and it, you know, pot will just keep me all buzzed in the head for freaking 6 hours. I can't be doing that at work, you know, shit like that. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, well, he seems to think he's he's not addicted to it and he can control it whatever you want. But it sounds like that's the kind of thinking that addicts.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not that far into it.
He's still young. How old is he now? Like in his 30s?
Probably, yeah. I mean, we've seen his backpacking pictures.
Yeah, I know.
He's pretty young.
Yeah, he is pretty young. I just hope freaking, you know, he kind of figures it out, because like, you don't want to be my age and fucking look back and all the things that you could have done and you never did it because you were too busy getting high, you know. That's the bad part about it.
Well, Mr. Robot seems like a very smart guy, and
he is.
It sounds like he thinks that these stuffs are helping him. He's smart because of these things that he's taking, he's using.
He's a very smart guy, you know.
Yeah.
But I think he rationalized this bunch of shit. Like, he thinks freaking this is doing this to make me this way, and it's not that. It's coming from his brain. He's smart because he's a smart dude.
Yep.
You know? So, I'm cool. I'm cool with just about anything, but I don't feed into that whole thing where freaking, you know, I'm gonna say that drugs is freaking just enhancing your thought process and making you a better person. I don't.
And you're talking from experience, right?
Right. I know what it did to me.
Yeah.
It turned me into a freaking mushroom. So.
Well, you want to talk to him about it.
You
like,
can't.
he's thinking he's saying, you know, he's about it. He can control it. And
you can't talk that stuff to Robot.
Yeah. I think you're right. But we gotta keep talking.
He's a beautiful man.
He's a beautiful mind.
I seen his face the other week. He got too close to the monitor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've all seen his face from the camping.
Well,
pictures.
me and you did. Me and you did, and I think did Mark see him?
Well, Mark was there. We were all there. 3 of us, 4 of us.
I think he's getting more courageous because he's actually turned his webcam on a couple times. But it's like really dark out in the background. He has his mood lights going on. So I think he's getting more and more courageous. He'll eventually do it. Oh, there we go. What's that video? Oh, dude.
Where are you looking at?
Wow. Mine's getting. Oh, dude, he's got. He's got freaking the thing I opened up for him on in his room. Mine's gaming.
Oh, okay. Wait, yeah, that's what I saw when I was in there.
Is that it? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's nice. I put that together.
You created that phone?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I didn't realize that was what it was.
What are you talking about?
Is I didn't realize that's what you guys were in right there. I did
Yeah.
I
What?
did the walls and everything on that.
Oh, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
That room.
That's cool
You
as hell.
created that room for me.
That is awesome as shit, dude. I'm putting that on the stream. I'll keep the volume off, but hell yeah, dude. You put mushrooms on the floor and shit. That's cool. Now, let him know that the top is glass as well, if it's still the same texture. That is cool as hell. He grew mushrooms on the floor. I'm gonna put that couch back where it belongs too.
You can pick up the couch?
Well, there's a couch that he has in his original one in an end table with a thing. I'm gonna make 3 of those and put his furniture in there.
It'd be cool if you put stuff there that we can, our avatar can pick up and throw at people, you know. If we get angry at Roger Hansen, we'll pick up the chair and throw it at him.
So guys, Minds Gaming says that he will be available in around about an hour if you would like to ask him any questions about the development of that.
I don't know if I can stay on here for another hour, but maybe we can come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hit pause on the freaking recording if you want, and we can come back in. I've already screwed up the YouTube thing to where
You overrode the first hour of the stream?
well, I didn't override. I didn't do the thing. Most of the time, what it does is it stops, and then I have to go in and start another stream. So I went in and I just started another stream, and hopefully they'll have both versions. And if they don't, I can just restream the recording. So
Yeah. I think Bob that also is recording the Skype call.
I did try to record the Skype call and it seemed to cut off after a little while, so I've restarted it a while ago. So I have 2, but
You have
hope
2
they
recordings?
work.
Okay. You can
Hope they work.
well, the thing that really sucks is like that's the one bad point they have on there. And like when I was having problems with my mic, I could pick up myself on my OBS no problem, but like freaking Skype's recording couldn't pick me up, and it kept cracking up and shit.
Yeah. That's probably because your OBS is using the microphone.
Well, it's my settings.
But how?
I found out the settings was what it was.
Okay, because otherwise, how will be able to hear you? Because you're coming through.
I had to stop setting it up to where I could hear myself. That was the big problem. Once I stopped, because I like to talk, but then I want to hear my voice in the headphones.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, I just went ahead and turned that off to where I don't hear myself, and I talk into the mic.
Okay.
And
do you have 2 mics on your computer?
No, I got rid of the table. Or I've still got it, but I don't have it hooked in. I could probably.
How do you do it? That you using your mic on the Skype call, but you have to set it up on your OBS so that the OBS will pick up what you're saying through the mic as well.
Well, OBS picks up your guys' conversation on the desktop audio, and then it picks my conversation up in the mic auxiliary. So
I see. It would be nicer if you have 2 mics. Otherwise, you're basically recording the audio that's coming out of your speaker, yeah?
I don't have speakers. I just have my headphones. I took those off so that it didn't cause any feedback or
Okay.
anything like that.
How's the quality coming out on the recording?
Um,
Is that why your voice sound level is a little lower than the rest of us?
I think I adjusted that. I am not. Yeah,
Okay.
I adjust. Well, I did. It's back down to 5.9. But for my beautiful, sensuous voice, I've got to keep it up on 12.
Right. Okay. Why don't we come back
Yeah.
in about an hour, guys?
Yeah, that's
Looks like
true.
Bob got to go for dinner.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Do you want to?
Okay.
If you want to stop recording, I'll hit pause on
Okay.
the recording for OBS. Bob,
I
to-
think any of us
Okay.
can click stop recording. I'm sorry. I think it might have been